bleaching powder. Okay, so first of all, this is not the property of water. Okay, we have till now we have done so many experiments, and every experiment was related to water. Okay, but this particular experiment is not for water but bleaching powder. And why we are doing for bleaching powder? As an environmental engineer, you should know that what is the significance of bleaching powder in water treatment. Okay, so I won't be going in too much theory of that. So we will directly start with the harm, but you should always remember that this is the property of bleaching powder and not water. Okay. So then again, you should be always clear about the available chlorine. Okay, like I have gone through some students, like if we are asking them about available chlorine, they answer something related to residual chlorine and all, but you should always be clear about these terms, those terms related to chlorine. Okay, available chlorine, then residual chlorine, and so on. Okay, so let's start with the principle. So this principle is similar to the Dios principle. Okay, in this case what happens? Here instead of water sample we are using bleaching powder suspension. The procedure for the formation of bleaching powder suspension, for making the bleaching powder suspension, is provided to you. Okay, in the manual, lab manual. So the bleaching powder suspension, if we are treating that bleaching powder suspension with excess of Ki, then what happens? If bleaching powder is there, then obviously chlorine will be there, and that is what we are estimating here. Okay, so the chlorine present in that bleaching powder suspension will oxidize this Ki to iodine. Okay, and this iodine, in the DO experiment also we have seen that iodine can be estimated by titrating it against sodium thiosulfate. Okay, so this is the principle. So let's just start with the experiment then. Okay, so first what we'll do, we will standardize sodium thiosulfate, and you know the standardization of sodium thiosulfate, right? We have done while doing DO. So what is the procedure? First we will take potassium iodide, 2 ml potassium iodide. Okay, and we need to dilute it with 8 ml distilled water. The reason for this I already have told you. Then we need to add 1 ml of acetic acid, one spatula of Ki, then starch indicator, 2 to 3 drops. See the color now after addition of Ki. Then after addition of starch, you see the color. And you need to be quick when doing this, okay? Because in this titration, the color may revert back quickly. So what is the end point here? Colorless. Okay. You already have been told, right, that the original color of your indicator will be your endpoint, except in chloride ion estimation. Okay, because in that experiment an indicator also takes part in the reaction. Colors. So you need to repeat it 2 more times to get an average. So done with the standardization. We have refilled the burette again. Now we'll do the estimation of available chlorine in bleaching powder. So this is the bleaching powder suspension, and go through your procedure. We need to take 5 ml of this bleaching powder suspension. Then we need to add 2 ml of acetic acid. And 3 ml of distilled water. Okay. So for that we need to first make it pale yellow. The reason I have already told you in DO. Okay, this is pale yellow. Now we'll add 2-3 drops of starch indicator and immediately start adding sodium thiosulfate. So we got the reading. 2 more drops. It's not completely. Now it's completely colorless, right? Even this we need to repeat 2 more times to get accurate reading, to take average. So we are done with the experiment. Coming to the calculation. Okay. So for standardization we got average burette reading of 7.8, which gives us normality of sodium thiosulfate 0.025 approximately. Okay, like some point value is there, but we are taking 0.025. Then by using this normality, we are calculating available chlorine in the bleaching powder suspension in mg per ml. Okay, so first we need to calculate this value. Now the second time that titration we have done, so the average burette reading we got 12.5. Okay, like we repeated 3 times and the average value we have taken down. So here we have to put this value of normality, and we have calculated this. Okay, so let us consider, you go through your procedure once and then you will come to know that from all the calculation steps from this to this. Okay, so by using this value, this is in mg per ml, but we want available chlorine in gram percent. Okay, so to calculate in gram percent, how have we arrived at this formula? You go through your procedure and you will know. Then we have kept we have to put this x value here, and we got 22.2 gram percent of chlorine in bleaching powder. Okay, so do you know that the maximum chlorine that can be present in the given bleaching powder, it's around like 35%, 30 to 35 you can say. So we got 22.2%. So while using this bleaching powder in for the water treatment, we will have to take this in consideration. Okay, because this won't give the full efficiency if you are using, if you are considering that this is the bleaching powder and you are using that, but that won't give you full efficiency. You need to consider the available chlorine present in the bleaching powder. Okay, so this is all about. Okay, one more thing. Now go through your, I already have told you the principle, and go through the chemical reactions that are provided in your manual, and tell me that what type of titration is that. This is homework for you. Okay, one more homework. So and one more thing, that DO and this available bleaching, available chlorine in bleaching powder, these values are not there in your IS code, right? I hope that you have gone through the IS code that I have told you earlier. So this is obvious, right? Because this is not the property. I only told you that this is not the property of water and this is the property of bleaching powder. So this obviously won't be there in that IS code. But what about DO? Why dissolved oxygen limits are not there in that IS code? So this is also a homework for you. So this is all about this experiment. If you have any doubt or query, you can contact Lat Karnal. Okay, thank you.